Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of The Road to Old School MTG. So this is the very first package opening of 2024. It's a mixed bag here. I have a couple of somewhat expensive cards, like in the $50 range, but mostly just cheap stuff, and for various reasons and needs. So let me just start by showing you the purchased items from the orders that I made. You can look at the price and all those details that I like to usually post. And then we'll get to opening the packages. I have 5 here. I do have one more on the way, but I'm not too sure when it'll get here, and it's not a particularly important or expensive item, so I'll just show it the order here, but I thought I'll make a separate video about it. All right, so let's go into the cards that you will be seeing here and the one that is on the way. All right, so first I have 2 Suchis here. You can see the 2 orders there. One was heavy play for $44.74. Once was the other one moderate play for $51. I recently got another one, and I had one from before, so this completes my Suchi playset, right? So this has been a card that I've been wanting to have a playset of, but considering it's not like a cheap card, plus it was more expensive previously when I first wanted to initially get a playset. But now prices have gone down, and then that I just decided to bite the bullet and just get them because the prices have been decent, and might as well get them. I already have 2. The 2 that I have from previously, I needed it because I joined the Winter Derby. That's the online Swedish tournament. So in the Swedish format, which I rarely play, there's no mana burn. So then the drawback of the Suchis does not exist there. So that's why Suchi is a card that gets used a lot in Swedish, but it would not get used as much in Atlantic, right? So that's why I didn't have much of a need for the card. But it is an old school staple, and it does have its place, and the prices are low enough. All right, so I'll be opening these up soon. This is the card, the order that has not come yet. I ordered 4 near mint stasis cards from Revised. So I've been, for the longest, I've wanted to make a stasis deck. Plus, this card is good for not just for old school, but I've been considering if I do enter pre-modern, which might very well be this year, I could very well be making a stasis deck, because one is it's something that I know, just in general, and number 2 is a cheap deck to make. So the order didn't come in, but it's just for near mint stasis. They were $4 each, so I bought a full playset because I do not own any. And then the other 2 cards here that are here, I just bought 2 individual desert cards. These are for my 100 card old school singleton decks. I have 4 deserts already from Time Shifted, I believe. So I had the playset and I didn't need any more, but I have been making decks that I'm using all 4 either in the main deck or as a sideboard. So now I had used 2 cards for my 2 singleton decks because deserts are, it's a good card to have in those types of decks. So then I didn't have the full playset available, right? So I've been needing to swap in and out. And the point of my singleton decks were to that they are totally separate from the rest of my old school collection, and I have the two decks and they're totally independent. So I wanted to get these two cards so that once again the decks could be independent and I don't have to touch them. They are their own thing, and I do not have to swap back and forth. So with these two cards, it will once again go back there. But the nice thing is that I actually got Arabian Night Deserts. I could have gotten time shifted, but I'm figuring, might as well. It was similar price, except these are for heavy plate. It would have been, I believe, near mint for the time shifted versions, but it was still the same price. So one heavy play was $199, the other heavy play was $233. So we'll see if there's much of a difference there. Okay, this is the sushi that I had ordered from previously, right? So these four, and then the stasis is still on the way. But I do have an order from Card Kingdom that is at the bottom here. So let's look into that right now. So this is a big order. Yeah, big, but not super big either. Okay. So the cards, a lot of cards here are for in preparation for a Scrines event that we will be having in Dave's Time Warp. That'll be the March tournament. Usually we have an Atlantic tournament, but we're deciding to change things up more often. And Scrines is a underrepresented format. I already have a Scrines deck, but I wanted to maybe try something else. So some cards are here for the Scrines. So just going through it real quick, just cheap stuff here. As I open it, I'll review this list in detail, but right now I'm just gonna gloss over it. The only thing that I'm gonna highlight initially are I bought 20 Order of Laborers from Falling Empires. This is because at 28 cents each, excellent conditions as light play. That's because for the Scrines tournament, I will be helping to organize that, and these will be the participation cards. So I have up to 20 max. As the date draws near, if I'm seeing I might need more, I'll order more. But I think this should be enough for everybody to get a participation card. So that's the reason why. Let's see. And actually, I might need one or two for my singleton decks. So any that are unused, I might need them for that. But I'll just need a couple. Okay, then let's see. Anything else in particular? Okay, Triskelion. I think I was missing one for my singleton deck, or I just wanted an extra one just in case. And then yeah, honestly, it's somewhat of a big order, but it's just a bunch of cheap stuff. There's nothing other than that. Triskelion, everything is just a few cents here and there. The only one, I got 4 Inferno contracts at 79 cents each. That's the only thing that's a little expensive other than the Triskelion. Everything else is just a few pennies. Okay, so let's get to opening. I'll open the 2 deserts first. So let me go back to that, to the desert order. All right, so first one, I'm going to do the Pit Gaming one. That's $199. Heavy played, Arabian Nights, and then I will do the Lance Will Sell It. That's underneath. That's $233. So that's a little more expensive. We'll see if there's any condition difference, which probably not. And they're both heavy play. All right, so let's see. So this one is first Pit Gaming. So I can feel a bit of a cardboard there, seems like. Other than that, it's just a plain white envelope, no padding. well, no bubble wrapping or anything, but I'm sure. Yeah, this padding is here. So the receipt. Okay, and then it came in this nice carton sleeve, which is, I think, is adequate for a card of this price, which is a cheap card. Honestly, I've gotten cards more expensive that came in something less secure than that. All right, have you played Desert? Okay. So honestly, the condition itself of the wear and tear seems fine. Back and forth, it is heavy played. The issue is that I'm seeing a lot of bending. You see there, you can see the light reflect a little. And then honestly, this is not catching it. It is way obvious, more obvious. I think it'll be more obvious on the back there. Yeah, you see? So this seems like it's probably water. Yeah, water damaged. Okay, so yeah, should definitely be damaged, not heavy played. It is very clearly water damage at the bottom. It's wavy. Sometimes it's wavy because it got, bent. But I can even feel the texture of the card is different. This is stiff, and this is just different. And then you feel the waves on top of that. So that's water damage. So that's unfortunately, this should have been marked as, well, I believe it should have been marked as heavy played. But whatever, it's cheap enough. And like I said, it's just for my singleton deck. And it's still pretty cool that it's an Arabian Nights card. All right. A little disappointing, but it's not gonna complain much about it. All right, so this one was 233, so a little bit more expensive, although it's still heavy play. There could still be price differences from seller to seller. But who knows, maybe this seller knew this back card could be marked as damaged. And that's why that one is a little cheaper. So this one just came in a white envelope. And it just came in a little sleeve. So no other protection other than that. That is not good, honestly. But the card itself is way light years better than this one. So just 34 cents difference, and I actually got a card that's actually heavy played. It has this wear on the sides, but it's honestly like there's no waviness, there's nothing. It's the card itself is pretty sturdy. There is a little lip at this corner, so it's kind of hard to catch on camera. Maybe right there a little bit, but it is pretty noticeable in person. But it's noticeable that there's a little bend on it, but it's like superficial. And other than that, the card is pretty solid. So yeah, so I think that's I was hopeful to get like two of this in this kind of condition. This one, like I said, is look at the difference. They're both marked as heavy play. This one is way more weathering on it than this one, but they could still kind of heavy play, right? So I wouldn't mark that against this seller, but definitely the waviness, the water damage aspect of it, like, yeah, I mean, that's just, yeah, this is the damage card. All right, so it's a little annoying, but this is what, if you can honestly avoid buying heavy played if it's a card that you really care about. This one I just already had 4 time shifter though, and I just needed 2 more for my singleton decks, and I figured might as well get the Arabian Nights versions. All right, so not one of them is a very solid heavy plate. One of them is a completely damaged heavy plate. Well, not even heavy plate, right? That's just damaged. Well, at least according to my estimation. All right, so I guess I'll do the suit chiefs next because they are it's easier. The other one's going to be a bigger package. Okay, so this one is Bugbear. So let me go into the Suchis. Where are they? Okay, MG Shop, CJ Collectible. So neither one of these say Bugbear. So is this? Ooh, actually, this may be. Ooh, I think I'm wrong. Oh, this is the Stasis. Okay. Okay, so I was wrong. This is the Stasis. Okay, so let me open that up. So then I did not get the other Suchi. Okay, I gotta make another video for that one. Or when I get it, I'll probably add that one to the back of this video, right? So I'll hold off on this video. Although I had a tracking and the Suchi said it was supposed to come today. That's why when I saw this, I assumed it was the Suchi, but that was my mistake. But it should come here later today. So I'll just add that opening to the back of this video, right? So, but okay, then that means I got all my whole order. That's nice. All right, so $4 each, 4 near mint, revised stasis. So it came in a little pouch here. It's not, here it's very stiff. So I very much like the protection. It's just a small manila, but then, ooh, the seller put like, I believe 2 of these plastic plastic container thingies. I keep forgetting the name of it. Top loader. There we go. Top loaders. All right. So the receipt, and then it gets stuck there. But it came in then in a little pouch, and then there's 2 of them, and each top loader. So this is what, honestly, yeah, this is how, if it's a card that's expensive, it should come like this. And these are honestly not expensive, $4. So that's why, well, I guess, well, when you put it all together, it's a $16 order, right? So not not particularly expensive, but not cheap either, right? This is cheap. So I can see why these came a little bit more, less packaged less vigorously. All right, so these are 4 revised near or the near mint. Yep, near mint stasis, $4 each. 2, 3, 4. So that's solid. That's solid. Every time I make an order, I keep saying I'm going to make a list of those sellers that some sell stuff that is not appropriately marked. But honestly, yeah, that'd be pretty tiring. But like I wish like the TCG player had some kind of a way to make notes. The seller Bugbear, thank you, perfect. That's exactly what you expect. These are definitely near mint. They look really nice. That's a little weird though. This one is way darker than the other one, if you can see. Than the other 3 actually. So let's see if there's any difference on the front. Because I think something I might have gotten unlimited by mistake, but no, it's revised. Just seems like it's a different manufacturer. All right, but yeah, pretty solid. I've always loved this card, although I never owned it. I may have owned a couple way back in the day, but I never did much with it. And then when I looked at my collection, I didn't find any. So now that's why I need a 4 here. But this is definitely 4 near mint stasis revised. All right, so this one here, this will be my 1 Suchi. Hopefully I get the other Suchi later tonight. Let's see, CJ Sports. Okay, so let me show the So this is the cheaper one. So $44.74 heavy plate. The other one that I'm supposed to get later is moderate plate, and it's 51, but this one's cheaper, heavy plate. Hopefully, heavy plate is like the condition is bad, but the just the wear and tear. But hopefully I don't got any of this going on, right? Where it's actually damage through bending or warping or water damage. All right, so $44 and change purchase, manila envelope, bubble envelope. So, and then here it came in a top loader, no receipt, but then again, I don't need a receipt. I honestly find the receipts annoying, but that's pretty common. All right, so from here it looks fine. It looks like a heavy plate switch. All right, this is an old top loader, but I can't complain, I guess, about that. I don't tend to reuse them anyway. All right, definitely heavy plate. Whoa, you have a lot of wear and tear on the edges all across the card. And then I'm trying to do you see the light test, just to, that you can see better if there's any bends and such. And oof, the back is rough as well. But it's like, yeah, it's just wear and tear. So this is basically what I expect when I sign up to buy a heavy plate. But it doesn't have to be this bad, honestly. Like you see this one, this is quote unquote heavy plate, and it's way better condition. Right? You can still see the wear. Unfortunately, this camera's not the best, so the condition might look better than it actually is. But it's honestly decent. I think heavy plate is a little. I will mark this as plate, honestly, not heavy plate. That's just water damage straight up. This is heavy plate, this sushi. But man, it's still a sushi. Yeah. I think it's a good price for a heavy plate sushi, $44 and change. I'm happy with it. All right, so I will be getting that second sushi later today, hopefully, and I'll add a quick video to finish this off. But now going into the Card Kingdom order. So in general, I've been really liking Card Kingdom. Whenever I order good condition, which is their version of heavy plate, that's when I might get this shenanigans going. So this company is not above this type of thing happening, but I've noticed it only on the heavy plate things. So everything else, like excellent to very good, and or whatever the other ones are, that those usually stay true to what I ordered. But yeah, but the heavy plate, definitely there's been issues. So that's why I was saying this. As long as, but the Card Kingdom has been infinitely better than TCU player. Just watch out for the good condition cards. Quote unquote good, it's actually heavy plate. All right. Bubble envelope came in these two little cases because it's quite a big order. But like I said, the whole order is like $30-something. It's cheap. This whole thing is cheaper than my sushi here. That might beat to hell sushi. All right, so very nice packaging. So it came in these little containers. I am saving these actually. A lot of them are empty after take out the cards, so I don't really have a use for them immediately, but they're nice. They're good quality cases. So I keep them to the side in there. All right, so little receipt. Some extra stuff. Okay, I already see the orders. Here I do see that they put a little flap, right? So then you can just pull the tape off. Honestly, that should be standard practice across every seller that uses tape, whether it's on the case, on these top loaders or sleeves. It's just annoying as hell to open things up if it's not, doesn't have that pull tab. Right, so they always put little foams to, if it doesn't top off all the way, so that the cards aren't rattling around. Okay, so here, unfortunately, my audio cut off for most of the rest of this video, or at least this part of the video. So I am coming back around to commentate, and unfortunately, I'm commentating a month after this was created. So I may not always understand what it is that I'm pointing at or gesturing at. So, but I'll do my best. But in general, I think I'll just take it from here, from where the video left off. So this is now looking at the Card Kingdom purchase. Like I said, I had some cards for, basically the main ones, if I remember correctly, were, I'm just looking at the list. I did wanted to get some Mirage block cards and also some Ice Age block cards in general. But a lot of these, and also some cards just to finish off my singleton decks and just to have spare, old school stuff. But the most, the number one thing was getting ready for the Scryings event that I'm helping to organize. That's coming up in a little bit from now. This audio being recorded right now. So that was what spurred this purchase in general. And then from there on, I just decided to get other things. So here I opened up the package and I'm just, first I like to just check that I actually have, in the package what I have here, right? The right amount of the cards in the right amount of the condition stated. So I'm making a quick cursory look here, just getting totals, if I'm not mistaken. And I think maybe I'm trying to separate them because usually for Card Kingdom, just like you see in here where the cards are separated in terms of condition, here's the excellent singles, and then at the bottom, very good singles, which is heavy play, very good. Excellent is like played. Or actually very good. Good is heavy played. Very good is played. Excellent is light played. And I think there's a near mint, which is near mint, right? So it comes already organized by condition on this list. And then they should also come organized in the package itself, right? So all the very good singles are all put together, all the near mint ones put together. So I've noticed that's what Card Kingdom tends to do, which is for me good because then it just makes things sorting through these things better, just an easier process. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sure, just double checking that I have everything here. Like I said, the orders, I bought 20 of them. And the art, for Falling Empires, a lot of the cards have multiple art. So the art I bought for this 20 set is different than the usual art I like to use for in my old school decks if I play orders, right? Which is rare. Because I like the other art that I use. I'm not sure by what artist, but there's another one with knights in battle. I like that one better, so that's the one I use for my decks. So these are just I got them as participation cards for the upcoming Scryings event. And then any unused ones I'll keep for myself for as extra, either to donate for other tournaments or I think I may need 1 or 2 for the singleton decks that I have. But as the day draws near for the Scryings event, right now, from the recording of this audio that I'm speaking right now, I am in February 12th, which is over a month where this video was originally recorded. All right, just been busy and I prioritized other videos over this one. All right, but this was originally recorded January like 8th, I believe. Yeah, that's what date says at the bottom. So this is now a bit over a month. I haven't bought anything, at least nothing that that's substantial that I wanted to record for February, right? So this is the only video that I've gotten something substantial in terms of cards since the 2024 New Year. All right, so I'm just, okay, yeah, just going through the thing. Okay, there, see the trike, excellent condition, 1. So yeah, I was just, yeah, this is just me going over the orders. Correct, and just getting the correct amount and then placing them in batches as it appears here on this list. All right, so now that, in general, I confirmed that the cards are present, the correct amount, and the conditions in general, are at least at first glance correct. Now I'm gonna go and dive into, for a more detailed look. Okay, so this was for an for a scrying deck, if I'm not mistaken. So I have 4. There's another black creature in old school that comes back from the dead on its own. I keep forgetting what it's called. But the point of this, my scrying deck that I wanted the Ashen Ghouls for is I wanted to have, and also in this order, I also have 4 Surge Weirding. So Surge Weirding makes everybody play with their hands up, if I'm not mistaken, and then whenever someone draws a card, an opponent may pay 2 life to have that player discard that card. So my Surge Weirding deck that I wanted to create, and I did create, was for the Surge Weirding to be out and me have some kind of a life engine, like a Ivory Tower. And then if the Ivory Tower can give me 2 life every turn, then that means I can make my opponent discard every single card that they draw until they, until I find a way to win. And so here, yeah, I must be explaining the concept of the deck here. So Ashen Ghoul and then the other creature, what they do is they come back from the grave on their own if there's 4 other creature cards directly, 4 other creature cards above them. So if I would draw one of these cards while the Surge Weirding is out, or if I play them and then they die or whatever, eventually they will come back straight from the graveyard without, me drawing them. So I wanted to basically, cast them out, and then it was a control deck, and I would just wait it out, cast Armageddon's, clear the board, Maze of Iths, hold things off, clear the board, pay life so that my opponent, whenever they draw something that's crucial, I would pay the life, and then hopefully gain life enough, have enough of a big hand to make them discard all the cards or the relevant cards. I like the deck, but it didn't work anywhere near how I hoped it would. So I'm still not giving up on it in the long run, but I did give up on it currently only because then I got inspired for other things. Okay, so here, yeah, I'm just going through the condition of the cards. So this is the, I think, excellent condition. We'll see. By the way, I don't recall anything super glaring. The main glare, the main issue from this video were the deserts, if I'm not mistaken. That one desert was horrendous. It was straight up damaged, but everything else within reason was correctly listed, if I'm not mistaken. But as I watch this video, hopefully my hand gestures will will give me some idea whether
of what I was speaking about. Yeah, so yeah, here I'm just so yeah, the basic lands I got because I just was running out. I got so many decks. And then I'm like doing more and more side things, right? So this now I'm doing scryings, right? And then but I want to keep my scryings deck separate from my Atlantic decks, and then but if I'm using the same color, right, green in both decks, then just running out of basic lands. Right, and then I want to try to not swap so much, right? So then I was just starting to buy some extra excess lands. Okay, so here are two spitting slugs, because right, so this is for my singleton deck. So I have 4 spitting slugs already. But then I needed 1 each for my 2 singleton decks. So then I only had 2 available for my other decks. So this is just me buying the 2 that I need so that they can permanently stay in the singleton decks, and then I don't have to swap the other 4. So yeah, just going through the condition. Even though it's a cheap card. Yeah, just looking through the stuff. Okay, and the trike, yep, same thing. Yeah, I lost the trike from my singleton deck because I was playing an opponent that had black sleeves, and then that deck has black sleeves, and then I lost it, and then I had a 9 card deck, and then I didn't have an extra sleeve of that particular sleeve, and then that was annoying. So I ordered. So by this point, actually, I got the card back by now. But when I first made this video, like I had just figured out I lost it just like a few days before I made the video, and then I placed the order, right, or a couple weeks, right? But I lost it, and I didn't know who it was. But by now I got it back. It's not it's not an expensive card, but it's more like the annoyance, right? But it was an accident. All right, here are the Zur's weirdings. So I've mentioned before, Ice Age was the set where I fell in love with Magic, even though it is universally panned as a horrible set, and I agree. But of course, as a kid, I didn't know that. I just thought it was cool as hell, and especially the flavor, the art was awesome. And I always wanted to make this card work. It's like so weird, as the name implies. So that's why I really wanted to make my Search Weird in deck work, and it could definitely well work. I think maybe I'm being too convoluted with the Ashen Ghouls and the other creature thing. I think just maybe just doing a straight up control, Search Weirding, and then 4 Ivory Towers. That's it. And then just Mishra's Factories. The good thing about Search Weirding is, of course, I see their hand. So if I see they have a disenchant or something, then of course I'm not going to activate my Mishra's Factory. I'm just going to hold off for my Wrath of Gods. But of course, the problem is that my opponent can also make me discard, right? So either I have to have a way to bring the cards back, like Soul to be Digger, or just something. Like I said, it's hard, because my opponent, the effect is symmetrical, so my opponent can also make me discard my key cards. So I think the way I wanted to get around it is by having many key cards. So basically having many avenues of winning, and then my opponent, if he's at 20 life, he can only make me discard 9 cards before he actually dies. So I need to have many cards that are important. That way my opponent can't possibly make me discard all of them. So at least that's the mentality, right? I'm still trying to solve that puzzle. Okay, here are the orders. I think here I'm just noticing that the right one is slightly different than the left one, which I've noticed for other cards, but this is a common thing. So yeah, I was noticing that, but there they are, 20 with just the galloping knight, solo knight. So depending how many people I notice are signing up for the Scryings event, I may just order more, maybe 10 more, just to be on the safe side. We just had the February Silex Slam, which was the quote unquote official New Jersey old school tournament of the year. I'm not sure what's in February though, but whatever. I think that's basically counts for 2023, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever. It's a yearly thing starting this month. And 30 players showed up for it, which is the biggest turnout we've had at this time, where at least that I'm aware of. Maybe we had a Scryings event that I didn't come to, which I regret. And that seemed, maybe it wasn't Scryings, maybe it was something else. But there was another event that I didn't go to, which I regret, which was very well attended as well. So maybe, but it must have been either the same or maybe slightly higher or lower, but similar enough. So if we get another like over 20 to 30 people, then my 20 orders are not enough, right? So I'd rather be safe than sorry, especially the card's cheap enough. All right. Infernal Contract. I have no use for these cards. I don't plan to make anything with them. They're just a cool card. And I wanted to have them available if I wanted to do something with them. Okay, so in addition, I see some other orders of liberals. Oh no, my mistake. Acacian Javelineers. Okay, so yeah, so there I'm just double checking they have the correct amount. Oh no, actually, yeah, I'm taking all the cards from a certain, of a specific card, because sometimes I got some in one condition and then some others in another condition, right? But then eventually I got to put them together, right? Because they're all the same card. Here of this land, I forget what it is specifically, but it says search land. Then that's what the term, Mirage search land. I could only get 3 at that moment, so I still have to put it in the back burner to get that final 4th. Okay, Infernal Contract, pay half your life, round it up, draw 4 cards. So definitely dangerous, because dropping that high amount is, if you're playing against somebody with a lot of creatures or burn especially, you're asking for trouble. As a 1 or 2 off in a deck, maybe, right? Or maybe if your deck naturally makes you sacrifice a life, and then let's say you're at 6 life, then maybe losing 3 life is not so much, but to draw 4 cards for 3 black mana, right? Of course, now you're at 3 life, and then a lightning bolt can kill you. So, there's risk to it, but it's very tempting. All right, so Sea Scryer, that's just a card, random card I had 2 of, and then I wanted 2 more just to finish off because of my OCD. Plus, it does have a little potential. A little, not a lot. I don't plan to use it yet for anytime soon. But, I wanted to have a playset of it, because at least I could see myself using it, basically. Same thing with these things. They seem like it could be useful, although I'm not needing them at the moment. Restless Dead is just Drudge Skeletons, I think that's what it's called. Just 1/1 regenerator. I had 2, I just wanted 2 more, because once again, although I have no need for them at the moment, I just wanted to have it. Plus, honestly, I was trying to pad the numbers because I needed to at least $50, I believe, to get free shipping for Card Kingdom, right? So I'm just padding the numbers here. I got 5 of them, 5 Javelineers. I think maybe Javelineers are just a card that I use so much that I wanted to have an additional 4 places. So I've done that already with like City of Brass, where I use it so much. I have my 4 Chronicles ones, but then I bought 4 gold bordered
It was
ones.
just to donate for the other ones. Unfortunately, yeah, my audio was out. I must have touched something. All right, well, okay, so here, yeah, this one has a little pinch on it, but it's whatever. Yeah, you can see on the other side, it's like a ring binder thing, but whatever, it's a cheap card. Looks fine. Light play force, I guess. 2 light play detonates. This gives me the playset, I guess. 4 Mirage boomerangs, right? Because I can't use the other boomerangs. I have to have the Mirage versions. Well, this one is way different. Coloring. It could be just a card, depending where the player was using it from. I don't know. I mean, remember, these cards are like, so this one is what, 96? So not 30 years, but almost getting there, like 28 years, 27 years. All right, so yeah, I got my full order here. So I'm still waiting for that sushi. Actually, give me a second right now. So yeah, everything looks good. So I'll still be waiting for that sushi to arrive. I was just double checking if it had arrived. So let me check my email actually right now. Because I was getting email notifications. But no, it doesn't seem like it's here. Oh, well, I'll have to wait a bit more, it seems like. But hopefully it gets here today. Either way, when it gets here, I'll just add that to the end of this video. But at least what we opened here was fine. The main disappointment was this desert, definitely, which happened early on in the video. Other than that, everything else was either exactly as advertised to, acceptable variance here and there, but nothing major, except for that one over there. All right, so when I get that sushi, I add it at the tail end of this one. Thank you. Hello, guys. So yep, it did come in later the same day. So here I have my 2 previous sushis. This is the one I got earlier today. And this is the final one to finish it off my playset. So pretty excited. So first, let me just review one more time the order information for this card right here. So this the one right here was CJ Collectibles, 44 and 74 cents. For this one, it was pretty beat up, but that's what heavy plate is, right? So that's fine. But this one should be moderately played from MCG Shop. $51 moderately played, right? So it should be more like this one here. Yeah. All right, so let's see. All right, so first of all, I got to give props to the shipping. This cardboard is very, very stiff, very strong. In fact, I'm kind of afraid of how I'm opening this. All right, so they put an additional sticker here, I guess, to seal it. Okay, So do not bend, I appreciate that. And then, yeah, it has a special, yeah. Okay, so I thought I was gonna need some scissors here, but no, it just comes here. So this has nothing in addition, but it's honestly very strong. So that's fine. Inside is just the receipt. And then here the card itself, which has the little sticker thing that the other one had. But then that's gonna make it hard to remove. Yeah, I was just mentioning about this, just stickers. I mean, like they do have to put something there, right? So it's not like they don't. But look how much I have to pull. And unfortunately, this is it's not a thick top loader, it's one of the thin ones. So I'm actually kind of pulling on it to the point where I'm bending the plastic a bit, right? So it's a little annoying. All right, it's a penny sleeve inside, and then this thing gets stuck to it. All right, so that was a bit of an ordeal, but the card itself is actually looking very nice. Wow, this looks really clean. I said this was going to be one step above. This one actually was also heavy plate, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll go through the condition. So this is more like my first one. Frankly, actually, this might be even better condition. So moderately plate is honestly very nice. So the centering is definitely off. You see, like it's very thin strip over here, very thick on the side. So a lot of times it does get the price is affected by that. So it's just something I don't consider too much because I don't really care because I just want these cards for playing. But that may be a reason why this particular one that I got here may be a little bit cheaper. I don't know. But honestly, this is like, to me, this is more like light plate, honestly. So, all right, so very nice. So I'm very happy. Yeah, so comparison heavy plate, you can see very clear, even through the sleeves here. This one's also heavy plate, but it was definitely more manageable. Or maybe it was a heavy plate. Let me see. Was it in this one that I placed the order? Yeah, it was here. So this was moderately plate also. $50. So which is definitely fine for what I got it for. This was heavy plate. So here, yeah. So I guess you can see the difference. Moderately plate here. So it's a bit of a scratch there. Little corner, but around the edges. But in general, the center is pretty decent. This one is just very worn all across all four borders. The middle is still decent as well, though. But you can tell the difference, right? So that's moderately played and then heavy play. This one was listed as moderately played, so similar to this one, but honestly, it is more similar to the one I got here. More like light played. Okay, so let me check. I was just checking that this one, the color's a little off, you see? Let me double check. Yeah, seems good. Yeah, it seems good. Right, so honestly, yeah, should have gotten something similar to this, but I should have got this one. So this one I purchased at a convention, if I'm not mistaken. Then this one I ordered from TCG Player just like 2 weeks ago, or actually a week ago. And I was considering buying 3, hopefully from one seller, but nobody was selling multiples, at least when I was looking. So I ended up buying this one. I just needed 2 for my Winter Derby deck. But then since I had the 2, I'm like, all right, let's just finish it off. So it is finished up. I am very excited to have a full playset of Suchis that I can permanently use as I please. Let's see, there you go, better lighting there. All right, so pretty excited. Thank you guys for watching.